right, I think my mic's working. Everyone can hear me. Um, just have a brief message for you all. As you know, it is National Business Day. So today is kind of a day of celebrating our businesses within our community, as well as our media companies that register through the BRA. So I'd just like to give special recognition to all of our company owners, especially the work that Raleigh has done as C-SPAN chair and other media organizations that have been working, either if it's satire news or serious news. There's been a lot of diversity within news coverage recently. And today specifically, we'd like to highlight and focus on those achievements. Um, Whereas next month, we'll be shifting our focus towards jobs and other businesses that aren't as related to media as we would be today. But I just wanted to give a special recognition as it is National Business Day and just thank everyone who does own a business or operate a media company for the work they do and the unique attributes that they contribute to this community. So I'll hand it back over to the White House Chief of Staff, and he can go ahead and get started on this press conference. Mr. Chief of Staff, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. Today marks National Business Day, a day where we celebrate the various innovative projects our community has upbrought over the years. This particular National Business Day, as Mr. President has said, focuses on media companies, hence this opportunity for various media companies to give various questions on the contents of this press conference, where I will discuss the achievements of the Undermaster VoixusLin administration during their first week and plans for the near future. After being inaugurated, President Undermaster attended the first salute, the funeral for the Princess of Wales, and a United Nations Security Council session. Along with this, he met with the Speaker of the House and gave an address at the funeral for former President Wargard. Her ghost still remains in the White House to this day. The Vice President has accompanied the President on many of these events and has recently hosted the first session of the Senate. Along with this, he is overseeing recent congressional developments. We hope to work with military leadership to ensure activity from the top down, to actively involve the military in DC activities, and to ensure that we are capable of supporting the military with events jointly in correspondence with the Department of State as well. We are grateful for the efforts of the USMC thus far and hope to work to sustain its activity through the future. We look forward to the upcoming Military Day. We intend to closely follow the Department of State affairs and continue our involvement within the United Nations situations. The President has already attended a Security Council session this week and has signed 2 treaties with Spain earlier today. An evaluation of the Department of Justice intends to be conducted, and the President will work with the Attorney General to accomplish necessary changes within DOJ. It has been temporarily on the back burner due to immediate start-of-term priorities, but it is now shifting to a primary focus as promised. The Department of Homeland Security has had a slow start. While the rest of the Cabinet has already been confirmed, Acting Secretary Rodericks has yet to be voted on. We expect the recently developed Joint Committee to act with integrity, honesty, and fairness for all involved, including providing transparency and unbiased opinions to the public regarding the individuals being subpoenaed. Under SS's new leadership of FININVENT, we hope HLS will continue to function effectively throughout these congressional investigations. Regarding the Commission on Inspector General Integrity and Inefficiency, the President is actively working to establish proper communication with the Commissioner for Federal Oversight and will be applying mind to CIGIE in order to ensure activity. If the replacement of individuals is necessary for the continued success of the Commission, it will be done. The White House staff has gone through a week of appointments and general catch-up in order to hit the ground running. Private Teddy has been appointed as the Principal Deputy Chief of Staff, Funzone as the Deputy Chief of Staff, Gray is the Head of Policy, TM Poor as the Head of Public Affairs, and Organised Owen as the Staff Secretary. I have confidence in this team, and we hope to bring some exciting new events to Washington throughout this term. The White House is working on bringing the Spring Olympics to Washington this term. There is also potential for a job fair next month. We also plan on integrating the community handbook into the group and departments respectively, along with the new leadership executive order that was signed under President Wargard. Congressionally, I've already discussed it, but the President met with the Speaker of the House a couple of days ago and intends to uphold cooperation from the administration with congressional activities under the context they are rooted in integrity, honesty, and fairness as previously mentioned. The President will be staying out of current congressional conflicts at this time. We are content with this first week and hope you, the American people, are too. The President will be available afterwards to take questions directed towards him. Otherwise, I, the White House Chief of Staff, will answer. I encourage any and all questions. That will be all. Thank you. I'll now be taking any questions. You can jump up and say something. There's a question I got sent from C-SPAN in DMs. The question is, what is the president's current opinion on the overall status of the cabinet? Mr. President, would you like to go up and answer that? That's very personal, yeah.
So looking at the status of the cabinet, I think everyone kind of recognizes that DHS is going to be a little behind on that confirmation. I'm personally happy with the status of the cabinet thus far. We've had open communication with each other, and we've been able to establish a good link of what we kind of intend to do moving forward in the administration. I will be sending a briefing, especially to the Attorney General in a little bit, on some ideas that I'd like to see moved forward within the Department of Justice, as well as I have been in active communication with the Secretary of Homeland Security as the ongoing congressional concerns for DHS continue to march forward. On top of that, looking at the Secretary of State, I've been in constant contact with him over foreign affairs related events, so we have no issues there. And then looking at the Secretary of Defense, we had a great conversation at the start of the term with the transitional stuff that happens at every administration, and just kind of looking into the current state of the military. And we also look forward to Military Day. Aside from that, I don't have any particular concerns regarding cabinet or any statements I'd like to make regarding them. It's more so just I'm happy with the current way that things are going, and we're just gonna give it some time with Secretary Rod's nomination, and hope that that gets through in a timely manner. That's all, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Thank you. Thank you for that question. Another question that was sent via DMs is, what is the White House's opinion on the Secret Service's ability, activity, and standards? I think it's fit that I answer this. Overall, I'm very pleased with with the Secret Service's everything to do with them, their activity, their standards, their abilities, everything. As you can see right now, there's a lot of Secret Service on, and this has been quite consistent recently in any events we've hosted. This is quite in contrary to towards the end of the time when I was in SS, where it'd be kind of hard to get 3 or 4 agents on, even for big things like cabinet meetings. So this is really some superb activity that they're showcasing here. And under the new leadership of Fionn Fent, we hope that this will inspire some change, some activity. New blood is always good, and their ability has been quite good so far. I'll move on to the next question, which is, how is the White House, President, and other agencies working to ensure something like the previous inauguration's assassination doesn't happen again? I definitely think Acting Secretary Rodericks could answer this question a lot better, but I think him, along with a lot of SS officials, have already answered it throughout their hearings. So while it wouldn't be right for me to answer it, I'll try recount what I think was said, where one of the issues was just protocol not being followed. So what they're going to do is, I don't think activity is the issue, but they would like more UD to get on. So activity is a concern. So that's why. But overall, it's the quality of the agents. So I think Acting Secretary Rodericks mentioned that they're going to be upping trainings, especially cross agencies trainings in the future to increase collaboration and ensure that the quality of each SS agent goes up, so these kind of mistakes don't happen in big events like inaugurations. And I also believe they've increased their requirements to become an SS agent. I think they've enforced a thank you. um, yeah, I think Rodericks also started introducing a harsher requirement in terms of becoming an SS agent. I think that you have to have a pre-established history within law enforcement now. So that should get rid of that should hopefully make sure nothing like that happens ever again. The next question is, how are the Department of State and White House working to increase military cooperation and coordination with other UN countries? So we've just got recently. Oh, did I just get another DM? No. So we have just recently signed a treaty. Mr. President has just signed a treaty with Kingdom of Spain, and we're very committed to consistently. He sent me another. No, that's another picture. Sorry, guys. We're very committed to continuing the what would I call it? The um, the quality of influence, I guess. Gray has set. I might if I get lost for words. Um, the quality. Okay. These two UN nerds at the front laughing at me. But I think yeah, Astro and our entire administration and the White House is committed to continuing the level of influence Gray started while she was leading GOS within regards to the UN. So President Mastery, as I mentioned in the transcript, was at a United Nations Security Council. And Astro, if you have anything particular on your mind you want to add to that question, you can come up because I'm not the DOS guy. But not only if you have something you're begging to say.
I'll keep it brief from my seat. So the US has been working recently a lot in increasing our military cooperation between the United States and other foreign nations. We are currently working with the United Kingdom and Poland in establishing some new joint trainings with the Department of Defense. Currently, those discussions are being done by the Department of Defense and the United States Marine Corps Command. So to answer that question, we are going through the in a good path. We're increasing our military joint trainings with foreign nations, and we plan to do so with other nations as well.
Thank you, Astro. I hope that answers the question that was asked by DMs. That's all for the questions that are my DMs. I encourage any in the audience, especially those from media companies, you can stand up, you can wave your hand, you can do a dance to ask a question, and me or anyone else that's in presence here today will do their best to answer it for you. Give a few minutes in case people are typing. Does this DSS agent have a question? Doesn't look like there's any questions, but I'll give it a few more. Oh, you can ping me in general or raise your hand. I'll give it a few more seconds just in case. Fill the empty side. Oh, someone stood up. Oh, and a media guy leaves the game. Okay, I think that signifies that we're wrapped up here. Thank you everyone for coming today. Oh, question. Yes. Oh, what is the current state of foreign policy of the United States? Do you,
Guys, you're making Foxy's life very hard.
I, Astro, you can go ahead if you want, or
the, for-
Ender.
the foreign policy of the United States is in maintaining a strong relationship with foreign nations, increasing our interest not only national but also abroad, and continue by increasing our friendship treaties and mutual defense agreements with other nations, as well as hosting, as you also during the last administration, maintain hosting foreign events for other nations to attend in Washington, D.C., so that we can discuss foreign matters as well as other matters related to the United Nations. So to summarize, our stance stays the same as the last administration, only this time we are pushing to increase our foreign treaties, doing more related foreign events, and yeah, that's basically it.
I can add a little bit to that if you'd like, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Come up, Mr. President. This crusty guy always got to make a scene.
Looking into foreign policy, but yeah, Astor pretty much covered the majority of it. I know we campaigned on a few specific platforms for the administration and what that looked like for foreign policy, but for the most part, under careful advisory from both the Department of State and some key advisors within my team, we have decided that mimicking a similar strategy to the War Guard administration is the most beneficial thing we can do, as it was extremely effective and produced very good results within the United Nations previously. And we intend to uphold similar policies like Astor was saying. We do look forward to continuing our ties with countries and evaluating the current state of the United Nations, as well as looking towards potentially some foreign visits of myself or the vice president, but I will speak with Astor regarding that. And that's a whole other DOS issue that the public will be presented on in the future. But for now, yeah, we've been doing good so far. There's been quite a few attendances within my agenda this far. So the first week has been busy, and we've been doing a lot of work ranging from DOS and foreign affairs to domestic stuff. So that's about it, Mr. Chief of Staff.
Thank you, Mr. President. Astra, you might have mentioned it while you were answering the previous question, but someone else asked at the same time. I think it was the Department of State's stance or thoughts on the UN leadership. Krusty, I'll come to you after. Would you like to add anything or say anything, or do you think you answered it, Astro?
Oh, I was muted this whole time. Amazing. Uh, when you talk about the UN leadership, whoever asked that question, do you mean the Secretariat, the UN Secretariat, or do you mean other roles such as the President of the General Assembly and such?
I think they might
Hello?
just mean like a general overview of all of it: Secretariat, General Assembly,
Okay.
Security Council, stuff like that.
I'll talk then about those. We have the United States has been paying a good eye of attention into the Secretariat, the UN Secretariat, as well as the organs. Currently, my ambassador to the United Nations serves as the chief of staff of the UN Secretariat, maintaining a good positive impact of the Secretariat involvement and reputation in the United Nations. Uh, we we also have Representative R3 Vocage serving as the president of the the General Assembly in restoring the great integrity of the General Assembly chamber, as well as the order and professionalism of it. And then you have myself serving as the president of the Security Council, maintaining order, restoring the professionalism of the chamber, as well as its duties. So when we look at general overview of the UN leadership, then I can with 100% full trust, I can say that we have we have trust in the UN leadership and its work, as well as the future of the United Nations. Hope that
Great.
answers your question.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, for leading half of this press conference. Krusty Krab 552.
I'm not even going to get up for this one. I think the pretty simple answer to that question of the president's thoughts on DEI is that we need to absolutely end that policy that's destroying and poisoning the blood of our country through the DEI initiatives. That's all.
Anything else from? Oh, any? Yes. Oh, okay. I'll go to Octo after, I guess. Organized Owen. Or organized. Oh. Um. Do I prefer the British or the Spanish?
Voxis, Voxis, if you want to leave, I wouldn't answer that. Okay, perfect.
um.
Move on.
It's
Move
Octo.
on.
It's Octo.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, get out of my VC, pal. It's Octo. Okay. I
You gotta
like
be
odd
more specific.
numbers, so I
The
prefer
rate of
$1.
inflation is kind of crazy, so I think you got to be more specific with that. But
Yeah, was that value 10 seconds ago or like a constant value? Like anyway, yeah, I prefer $1. Are there any other questions before the DOS crashed my press conference? Might just wrap it up before everyone gets stuck in their seats. Oh my. All right, I think that, yeah, that wraps it up. Um, anyone that isn't on radio there. Thank you everyone for coming. Please make sure you follow SS orders when you're leaving the building. That will be all. Thank you, Mr. President.